Have you ever looked around your home and felt like it was just a little too full? Maybe the closets are packed, the kitchen drawers don't close as easily as they used to, or you find yourself holding on to things you haven't touched in years. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many of us reach a stage in life when we realize that the stuff we've been collecting over decades isn't just taking up space, it's also taking up energy. There's something deeply freeing about letting go of clutter. It's not about throwing away everything you love or making your home look like a magazine photo. It's about creating a space that feels peaceful, easier to move around in, and more reflective of the life you want to live now, not the one you had 20 or 30 years ago. Simple living doesn't mean living with nothing. It means keeping only what truly serves you, brings you joy, or makes daily life easier. At this stage of life, many of us are looking for less stress, not more. We want homes that feel lighter, calmer, and safer. After all, clutter doesn't just create visual chaos. It can become a tripping hazard, make cleaning more difficult, and even add to feelings of overwhelm. By decluttering thoughtfully, you are giving yourself more space to breathe, move, and enjoy the things that really matter, like family visits, hobbies, or simply a quiet afternoon in your favorite chair. So how do we begin this process without feeling like it's too much? The first step is to start small. Instead of thinking about the whole house, just choose one area. It might be as simple as your bedside table or the top of your dresser. When you focus on one little space, it feels manageable. You might open a drawer and notice that half the things inside haven't been used in years. By letting go of the unnecessary, you instantly create order. That tiny change can give you a burst of energy and motivation to tackle the next spot. And here's something important to remember: you don't have to do it all at once. Decluttering is not a race. It's more like a gentle journey, one drawer, one corner, one shelf at a time. You might do a little today and a little tomorrow, and over weeks or months, your home starts to transform. The beauty of this approach is that it doesn't overwhelm you. Instead, it slowly builds momentum, and before you know it, you start to feel lighter. Another helpful shift is to think of your home as a place that should support your life now. Sometimes we hold on to items because they once mattered or might matter someday. But ask yourself, do I use this today? Does it make me happy when I see it? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to let it go. For example, you might still have pots and pans for cooking big holiday dinners, even though you no longer cook for 20 people. Passing them along to someone who will use them can feel surprisingly good, and it frees up space for the things you actually need. There's also an emotional side to decluttering. Many of us keep items because of the memories attached to them. That old sweater your spouse loved, the box of letters from a friend, or even gifts from people you didn't want to disappoint. It can feel difficult to part with these, and that's okay. One gentle approach is to keep the memory without keeping the object. You could take a photo, write a short note about the memory, and then let the item go. That way, the story stays with you, but your home stays lighter. What's remarkable is how freeing this process can be once you begin. Imagine opening your closet and seeing only clothes you actually wear, or sitting in your living room without stacks of papers or things piled up in the corner. That sense of calm isn't just about tidiness, it's about creating an environment that supports your health, your safety, and your peace of mind. And it's not just about you. Decluttering can also be a gift to your loved ones. Think about how much easier it will be for your children or grandchildren to help when things are organized, or how much less stress you'll feel knowing your home is easier to manage. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is make life simpler, not only for ourselves but also for those who care about us. Once you start letting go of the unnecessary, you may notice something surprising. You begin to appreciate what remains even more. That teacup you use every morning feels special when it isn't surrounded by 20 others collecting dust. The photo of your family on the wall shines brighter when it isn't hidden among piles of old frames. Decluttering doesn't take away, it highlights what matters most. This process isn't about perfection. It's about creating a home that feels welcoming and safe. A home that reflects who you are today, not who you used to be. And when you walk through your space and feel that lightness, you'll realize that decluttering is really about so much more than just tidying up. It's about reclaiming peace, comfort, and freedom in your everyday life. If you're still watching and feel that these insights are meaningful, please type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to do so, and don't forget to turn on the bell, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to uplift, inform, and inspire. Your support truly means a lot. It's what keeps us going and allows us to continue sharing thoughtful, helpful content just for you. Now, let's continue this journey together. Once you've started to clear a little space and feel that small sense of relief, it becomes easier to keep going. One of the most powerful ways to continue is to focus on functionality. At this stage in life, the way we use our homes has probably changed quite a bit. Maybe you don't need a large dining table anymore because family gatherings happen elsewhere, or maybe you don't use that treadmill sitting in the corner, even though you once thought it would get plenty of use. When your surroundings don't match your lifestyle anymore, your home can start to feel heavy instead of helpful. Think about the rooms you use most and what you do in them. Does your living room still serve you the way you want it to? Is your kitchen easy to move around in, or is it crowded with appliances you haven't touched in years? By tailoring your home to the way you live now, you'll notice an incredible shift. Suddenly, everything feels more accessible, and you're not wasting time or energy moving around things that no longer belong. For example, let's say you love reading in your favorite chair by the window. Instead of that space being surrounded by piles of old magazines, outdated electronics, or knickknacks that don't really mean much anymore, what if you cleared it so the chair, a small table, and a good lamp could shine? That little corner could transform into your personal oasis. By focusing on functionality, you create spaces that actually work for you, making daily life easier and more enjoyable. Another key to simple living is finding joy in less. You might be surprised at how much calmer you feel when you don't have to shuffle through stacks of things just to find what you need. Think of your kitchen drawer filled with old utensils, half of which you haven't used in decades. If you cleared it down to just the ones you actually cook with, suddenly that drawer becomes a pleasure to open instead of a frustration. That joy and simplicity ripples out into your day, making even small routines feel lighter. It's also worth talking about safety. Clutter isn't just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. Loose rugs, piles of newspapers, or too much furniture can make it harder to move freely. A fall can change everything at our age, and the truth is, most falls happen at home. By creating clear, open spaces, you're not only making your home more peaceful, you're also protecting yourself. Simple living is about enjoying your space, but it's also about making sure that space is safe for you to move around confidently. You don't have to think of safety as limiting, though. In fact, it can be empowering. Imagine walking through your home without worrying about tripping over something. Imagine your kitchen counters being open and ready for cooking without the stress of clutter. That kind of freedom builds confidence and allows you to focus more on the things that bring joy, like cooking a favorite meal or inviting a friend over without feeling embarrassed about the state of your home. As you continue, you may find yourself struggling with certain items that feel harder to let go of. Maybe it's the just-in-case items, the ones you keep thinking you might need someday. But here's the truth, most of those things never get used. They just sit there, quietly adding to the weight of your home. If you haven't used something in years, chances are you won't suddenly need it tomorrow. And if you ever do, there are always options, borrowing from a friend, asking family, or even finding something secondhand. Holding on to everything just in case often steals space and peace from your life today. Another gentle tip is to share your belongings while you can. Many of us have things that could benefit others right now. Maybe it's extra kitchenware your granddaughter who just moved out could use. Or those warm blankets that could make a big difference to a local shelter. Letting go of items this way doesn't feel like loss, it feels like giving. It's a chance to see your things find a second life and bring comfort or joy to someone else. There's a beautiful satisfaction in knowing you're passing things on with intention. Instead of your belongings sitting unused, they're out in the world being helpful again. And when you see your home becoming lighter, it adds to the sense of peace you've been creating for yourself. As you work through this process, give yourself permission to go slowly. Decluttering isn't about perfection or speed, it's about making steady, meaningful progress. Some days you might only clear out one drawer, and that's enough. Other days, you may feel inspired to tackle an entire room. Listen to your energy, and let the process unfold at a pace that feels right for you. The goal is to enjoy your home more, not to wear yourself out. Over time, you'll likely notice how much easier daily life feels. You'll know where things are, you'll move more freely, and you'll feel calmer in your space. That sense of control and peace isn't something money can buy, it's something you create step by step as you lighten your load. As your home begins to open up and reflect the life you're living now, something remarkable happens. You start to feel a new sense of freedom. This is where the final steps of simple living can truly transform not just your home, but also your mindset. One of the most powerful ideas is learning to live with intention. Every item in your home should have a purpose, whether that purpose is usefulness or joy. If something doesn't serve you in either way, it's likely only taking up space. Think about walking into a room and knowing that everything you see has meaning to you. Maybe it's a photo of your family on the wall, a chair you love to sit in, or a vase that always makes you smile when you pass it. When your home is filled with things that either support your daily life or warm your heart, it becomes more than just a place to live, it becomes a sanctuary. That intentionality turns your home into a reflection of your best self, not a storage unit of the past. Another part of simple living is keeping up with what you've already accomplished. It's easy to feel proud after decluttering and then slowly slip back into old habits, letting things pile up again. But the truth is, once you've lightened your load, it takes far less effort to maintain it. A simple practice could be setting aside just 10 minutes once a week to tidy up, put things back where they belong, or decide if something new you brought in really deserves a permanent place. By maintaining the habit, you prevent the clutter from creeping back in and protect the peaceful space you've worked so hard to create. It's also helpful to shift the way you think about new items coming into your home. Instead of buying or keeping something automatically, pause for a moment and ask yourself, will this add value to my life, or will it just take up space? That one question can make a world of difference. It helps you become more mindful, and it keeps your home focused on what truly matters. After all, simple living isn't about depriving yourself, it's about choosing wisely so that what you do have really serves you. There's another gift in this process that many people don't think about at first. By decluttering and living simply, you're also making things easier for your loved ones. None of us like to think too much about the future, but it's a kindness to reduce the burden our family might one day face in sorting through decades of belongings. When you've already simplified and organized your space, you give them peace of mind, and you also gain peace knowing you've lifted that weight off their shoulders. It's a quiet but powerful act of love. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all this is the emotional lightness you'll feel. Clutter doesn't just fill a room, it fills your mind. It can weigh on you in ways you don't even realize until it's gone. When your home is clear, your thoughts feel clearer too. You may find yourself more relaxed, more creative, even more open to inviting friends or family over. You're not hiding behind piles of things. Instead, you're opening your door to connection and joy. So as you continue on this journey, remember that simple living isn't about perfection. It's not about having a spotless home or living with almost nothing. It's about creating a space that feels right for you at this stage of life, a space that supports your comfort, safety, and happiness. Every drawer you organize, every item you donate, every corner you clear, it's all a step toward a home that helps you thrive instead of holding you back. You might even notice that the process inspires change in other parts of your life. When your home feels lighter, you may find yourself wanting to simplify your schedule, your commitments, or even your daily routines. That's the ripple effect of simple living. It starts with a drawer or a closet, and before long, it touches your whole way of being. It reminds you that life after 60 doesn't have to feel heavy or complicated. It can be filled with ease, clarity, and peace. At the heart of it, decluttering is really about honoring yourself. It's about saying, I deserve a home that makes me feel good. I deserve to move easily, to breathe deeply, and to enjoy my space. That's not selfish, it's self-care. And the more you care for yourself, the more energy and joy you'll have to share with the people around you. So if you've been feeling weighed down by too much stuff, know that you have the power to change that. Start small, go at your own pace, and keep reminding yourself of the freedom you're creating. You'll be amazed at how different your home and your heart can feel. And before we wrap up, I want to remind you that your story can inspire others. If you've started decluttering or if you've found ways to simplify your home that brought you peace, I'd love to hear about it. Share your experience in the comments. It might just encourage someone else to take that first step. And if you found this conversation helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, so you'll be part of a community that believes in living fully, no matter our age. Here's to homes that feel lighter, lives that feel freer, and the joy of discovering that sometimes, less truly is more. May your journey with simple living bring you the peace and comfort you deserve, today and always.